Most people only see the polished side of celebrities, the award speeches, red carpets, and friendly interviews. But when the cameras are rolling and something goes wrong, everything changes. Sometimes it's a small disagreement. Other times it's a full argument, and the whole world watches it unfold. Tom Cruise and Matt Lauer. In 2005, Tom Cruise appeared on NBC's Today show to promote his movie War of the Worlds. His discussion with Matt Lauer quickly transformed what should have been a standard promotional appearance into a confrontation. From the start, Cruise challenged psychiatry and prescription medications.
I've never agreed with psychiatry, ever.
He sharply criticized actress Brooke Shields for her antidepressant use.
Antidepressants work for Brooke Shields. Why isn't that okay?
I disagree with it. And I think that there's a higher and better quality of life.
And questioned the concept of chemical imbalances in the brain.
There is no such thing as a chemical imbalance.
When Lauer counted, mentioning people who found such treatments helpful, Cruise leaned in and sharply interjected, challenging Lauer's understanding with statements like, "You're glib."
Matt, you're glib. You don't even know what Ritalin is.
And insisting Lauer lacked the background on medications like Ritalin and Adderall.
Do you know what Adderall is? Do you know Ritalin? Do you know now that Ritalin is a street drug? Do you understand that?
Cruise's posture, tone, and intensity shifted the interview into a dominant monologue. Lauer tried to engage, but Cruise repeatedly took over the discussion, dismissing opposing viewpoints.
I think that you should be a little bit more responsible in knowing what it is, because you communicate to
After
people.
the broadcast, reactions ranged from shock to concern. Lauer later referred to the interview as one of the most uncomfortable of his career, and Cruise's stance renewed public conversation about mental health, personal belief, and celebrity influence. Roughly a decade later, Cruise addressed the incident indirectly at a Friars Club roast and during other interviews, acknowledging that some viewers saw his behavior as arrogant and that he might have delivered his message too forcefully. Despite the on-camera tension, Cruise and Lauer reportedly met privately and acknowledged that no lasting animosity remained between them.
Believe it or not, Matt and I are friends. And I know some of you might find that surprising, considering that, we had that little thing.
Patrick Stewart versus James Corden. In June 2010, at the Glamour Women of the Year Awards in London, Sir Patrick Stewart took the stage to present an award. The program's host, James Corden, was standing at the edge of the stage with his hands in his pockets and appeared disengaged as recipients accepted their honors. Stewart addressed Corden directly, calling attention to his posture. He pointed out that Corden was standing with his hands in his pockets and looked as if he wished he could be anywhere else.
Don't stand at the back of the stage with your hands in your pockets, looking around as though you wished you were anywhere but here.
Stewart then delivered a personal jab. "From where I was sitting, I could see your belly."
From where I was sitting, I can see your belly.
Corden reacted immediately. He leaned in close, stared at Stewart's face, and with biting calm said, "You could see my belly? I can see you dying right now." He added, "Sorry, I'm waiting for the punchline. Go on."
Sorry, I'm waiting for the punchline. Go on. And we can all see you dying right now. Let's go for it. Here we
The
go.
audience tensed as the two traded barbs. Stewart responded, pointing to a previous joke Corden had made about a Jonas Brothers fan. "If you fancy one of the Jonas Brothers, cover your belly."
If you fancy the Jonas Brothers, cover your belly.
Corden paused, then raised his shirt and joked, "I feel bad for people who haven't seen my belly." He also quipped, "There's an old man going home," referencing Stewart's age.
The old man going home. Okay.
After the event, Stewart publicly expressed regret. In a later interview, he admitted that alcohol had influenced his behavior, saying he went too far and was partly out of control.
I've been drinking. Free champagne. I don't know what came over me.
Corden described the experience as disappointing.
It was a bit of a run-in with Patrick Stewart at an awards ceremony.
Well, it was so strange. It was so weird. And what was really confusing about it was...
While he did not lash out, he said he found Stewart's comments unnecessary and felt the moment was avoidable. David Letterman versus Lindsay Lohan. In 2013, Lindsay Lohan appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman for what was meant to be a lighthearted promotional interview. But just minutes in, it turned into one of the most uncomfortable moments of her public career. Letterman, known for his sharp wit and unpredictable interview style, abruptly shifted gears and brought up Lohan's upcoming rehab stay. "Aren't you supposed to be in rehab now?" he asked, cutting through the usual promotional script.
Now, aren't you supposed to be in rehab now?
Lohan attempted to brush it off, replying with a forced smile, but Letterman didn't stop. He pressed on, questioning how many times she had been to rehab.
How many times have you been in rehab?
Several.
Asking whether she believed this treatment would help. The tone grew increasingly uncomfortable as the actress visibly struggled to maintain her composure. Her eyes watered, her smile faded, and at one point she said directly, "We didn't discuss this in the pre-interview."
We didn't discuss this in the pre-interview.
No,
but
Despite her discomfort, the line of questioning continued. Lohan tried to steer the conversation back to her work, but the emotional damage had been done. It was a rare live moment where an interviewer's persistence clearly overwhelmed a guest, and many viewers later criticized Letterman for disregarding boundaries. After the episode aired, the clip went viral not because of humor, but because of the emotional discomfort. Will Smith versus Chris Rock. The Oscars slap heard around the world. In March 2022, the Academy Awards took place at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles. Chris Rock stepped on stage to present an award and made a joke comparing Jada Pinkett Smith to G.I. Jane due to her shaved head. At that moment, Jada had alopecia and openly embraced the condition. Will Smith initially appeared to laugh, but then abruptly walked onto the stage and slapped Chris Rock across the face.
Oh, wow!
The audience gasped. Cameras continued rolling, capturing Will's return to his seat, where he yelled, "Keep my wife's name out your F-King mouth."
Danger.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
Millions watched in shock as the formal Oscars ceremony turned into a powerful confrontation. The event created a media storm. Will Smith resigned from the Academy, and the incident became a global cultural flashpoint. The image of the slap overshadowed months of awards season. Chris Rock chose not to press charges and addressed the moment in his stand-up, suggesting he was still processing it. Will Smith later gave a televised apology to the Academy and to Chris Rock, calling his behavior unacceptable and inexcusable.
Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk.
While many viewed the slap as defending Jada's honor, others questioned why an awards stage had to become a battleground. Justin Bieber versus Jenny McCarthy. At the 2012 American Music Awards, Justin Bieber had just taken home one of the night's biggest honors. As the cameras rolled and the stage lights brightened, Jenny McCarthy took the opportunity to present him with his award. But instead of keeping it professional, the moment took a turn that left viewers stunned. As Bieber walked on stage, McCarthy suddenly pulled him into a kiss, grabbing his face and planting it on his neck and cheek. Bieber, who was just 18 years old at the time, looked visibly uncomfortable. The situation grew even more awkward during the post-show interviews. McCarthy joked about the kiss, saying she grabbed his butt and called it cougar rape.
I just got to neck Justin Bieber and grab his butt. It'd be like cougar rape.
A remark that drew backlash for its inappropriateness. While some tried to frame it as harmless fun, Many fans and commentators pointed out the double standard. If the roles had been reversed, it likely would have sparked a much louder outcry. For Bieber, it was one of many instances where his personal boundaries were disregarded in front of millions. Gordon Ramsay versus Sofía Vergara. When Sofía Vergara appeared on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, the stage was set for a light-hearted segment. But what unfolded left viewers uneasy. Sitting beside her was celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay, known for his blunt humor and unfiltered remarks. That night, his behavior quickly crossed into uncomfortable territory. Ramsay began making jokes about Vergara's accent and exaggerated her mannerisms, drawing awkward laughter from the audience. As the segment went on, he commented on her eating habits, poking fun at how she enjoyed pizza during a previous appearance. Vergara tried to laugh along, but the tension was clear on her face. Then came the moment that made headlines. Ramsay made an inappropriate joke about her son Manolo, referring to the name as if it were a Colombian dessert. He said it with a smirk and repeated the line in a way that felt dismissive and crude. Vergara's reaction shifted from amused to visibly uncomfortable. She moved slightly away from Ramsay and stopped making eye contact, her smile turning forced. What should have been a routine late-night interview instead exposed a public display of boundary-crossing behavior. Robert Downey Jr. versus Krishnan Guru-Murthy. In April 2015, Robert Downey Jr. sat down with British journalist Krishnan Guru-Murthy for Channel 4 News in London. He was in town promoting Avengers: Age of Ultron, and what began as a friendly discussion about his role quickly took a sharp turn. Guru-Murthy shifted focus from the film to Downey's personal history, his time in prison, struggles with addiction, political views, and even his relationship with his father. Once the questions became more personal, Downey's demeanor visibly changed. He hesitated and asked, "I'm sorry, what are we doing?"
Whether that's still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
It was a clear sign the tone had moved beyond promotion. Moments later, Downey simply stood up and exited the room. His exit was graceful but final. In interviews following the incident, Downey explained that he had expected a promotional chat and felt blindsided by intensely personal questions. He later used strong language to describe the situation, calling the interviewer a bottom-feeding muckraker and saying the experience felt intrusive. Kourtney Kardashian versus Kim Kardashian. The Kardashian family has always lived in the spotlight, but in 2020, the world saw something different, not scripted tension, not playful bickering, but an explosive, physical altercation between two sisters, Kourtney and Kim Kardashian, broadcast Unfiltered on national television. In a conversation about work ethic and missed commitments, Kim made a remark that hit a nerve. She said that even if she were on her deathbed, she would still show up for work, implying that Kourtney didn't take her responsibilities seriously.
If I were on my deathbed, I would still show up.
That comment, made in front of cameras, didn't just trigger a disagreement, it set off a breaking point. Kourtney stood up and warned Kim not to speak to her that way. When Kim responded, the exchange quickly turned violent. Kourtney threw a boxed water across the room, and the two sisters physically lunged at each other.
You're literally, I will literally you up.
Come here. They slapped, scratched, and shoved, leaving visible marks on Kim and even smearing makeup across the walls.
Guys, stop!
You guys, stop it.
How old am I?
You don't stop.
Ever!
Guys, stop it.
Dig your nails in me.
You guys, stop.
The moment stunned viewers. It wasn't edited or dramatized, it was raw and unfiltered. Production shut down for a week following the fight, and the footage sparked intense reactions across social media. Over time, the two sisters reconciled. They spoke about the incident on their Hulu series The Kardashians, calling it one of the most difficult moments in their relationship, but also one that forced important conversations. And while the internet never forgets, what we choose to take away from these moments is up to us. Sometimes it's just a viral clip. Other times, it's a deeper reflection of how we treat each other in the spotlight. If you found this video insightful, make sure to subscribe. We're just getting started.